And all of those questions, so to speak, dissolve in, hello, there is no one. Those would all be those questions. When will I arrive? Can I arrive? Is there an arrival? Who am I? What to do? What's the truth? And the answer in the end is, hello. Who's asking? There is no one. Hello. That's the thing, it can't be described at all, because there is nothing left here that happens exclusively here. There isn't a certain way of experiencing or a certain way of being here left, in contrast to you or to the screen or to anything else. There's just those sentences. Well, there's everything and nothing, and what happens is all there is, and stuff like that. But it's not something that happens inside here, in contrast to other things. So in that sense, there's really nothing left. Nothing that could be claimed or named or observed or experienced. There is no, yeah. It's a really hopeless situation for the person, because I can't suggest anything, not even to go inwards. I mean, of course, one could say, if there would be a question, it would be, who is there? Is there someone? But there isn't anyone who could ask it to itself. So there's no direction to go at all. Yes. And it's already the case. That's the simplicity. Yes, it's already free to exactly be this. Nothing takes care, nothing has opinions, nothing tries to push it. Exactly as it is.
Because,
well, or let's put it like this, it's just the end of this artificial struggle. It doesn't create an additional ease, or on top I'm at ease. No, not that. It's much more natural and ordinary. But of course, this artificial struggle of the person to find something deeper, and the consequences out of that, frustration and longing and analyzing, and this, of course, this dropped easy. Yeah, to be someone, apparently, is kind of connected to this sense of, I have to do it, something's not quite right. It's a struggle. It feels like a struggle. I have to do something. I need to do it. One could call this setup itself suffering. Well, it just feels as if one's own presence is unbearable. As if there is some kind of, the moment there is this self-center, it feels as if something isn't quite right, as if there's a tension going on all the time, and the person thinks that it needs to find an answer to that, either to make this tension go away, or to heal it, or to soften it, or whatever. Yes, it's not, and this is not coming out of, that's the thing, when I say there is no one, it's not coming from a place of knowledge. It's not coming from a knowledge that I carry around since 5 years and I'm sure of. One could say the certainty, if you would call it like that, is instant. On the one hand, it's timeless, but actually it's instant. That's what I mean. It's just, there is no one. I don't have to look for it. I don't have to remember it. I don't have to remember the concept. It's just a direct report about what seems to be going on. But of course, that's what the seeker is looking for, with total sincerity. I mean, one could say that's actually quite sweet from the seeker, that the seeker really wants to know it. The seeker doesn't want a fake fulfillment, it wants real fulfillment. So, and its idea is, how can I become that? How can I honestly and sincerely know that there is no one, thinking that being no one is something good for me, or thinking that this must be liberation, my liberation? How can I be there and claim wholeheartedly and honestly, I am liberated, I have become no one, there is no... But this will never happen. It can't happen. It can't. Yeah, it has absolutely no clue about right or wrong, or about, right or wrong. Yeah, no clue about it. It doesn't care because it doesn't exist. It doesn't have any direction. That again would be the freedom, the utter freedom. Yeah, and it's not even like something like, yeah, it's a lie, but okay. No, it's really okay. It's just totally free to be whatever it is. But as I said before, of course, this artificial me reality and this artificial struggle dropped, of course. And apparently this seems to bring... it doesn't really bring anything. It's just the end of this artificial struggle. And naturally, there's no problem really. But it's not like that for me. There isn't someone having a better life experience now. So that's hard to explain. I'm not someone who's better off than anyone else. But yeah, certainly this struggle ended. Yeah. Essentially, there is no problem with anything. Even with having problems, even with getting frustrated or whatever, there's just no deeper problem with anything. Nothing needs a deeper answer. Everything is already good enough, being itself. Nothing needs an additional transformation or a deeper good. It's just fine as it is. For no one, but in that sense, that's a natural reality. It's just fine, whatever, anything. While the person puts those things, love and what you just said, the person puts those things on high up there, as if they were a very holy, far away goal. And the person thinks it must be utterly special and so extraordinary because it's not its experience. But the actual surprise is that those things are totally ordinary and have nothing to do with the specialness that the person thinks they have, or what liberation all this is about. Wholeness, harmony is the natural reality, so to speak. It's not personal. No one has it, no one owns it, no one experiences it. But on the other hand, it's very ordinary and simple, and it's just this.
So there seems to be two realities. There's one where there's 20 different perspectives in the room, right? That's the dream of the individual. It arises out of a position that knows itself as a center, and therefore there are all these other centers out there. That's a dream. That's a dream. It's an illusion. It's a trick. Not Brodesville, but it's a trick. There aren't other positions because it isn't the first position. There are no positions.
But the dilemma is, in this enigma, there's no I that can capture it. There's no me that needs to drop. There's no you that witnesses it. There's no individual that gets realized. There's no self that becomes a no self. It's just what is. It's just simply what is. and there's nothing that can be comprehended. It's the dropping away of all of the belief systems that seems to capture what can never be captured. It's the demolition of all of the knowledge that seems to create this falsity. It's the seeing through the memories as something that is a false remembrance of what can never be remembered. It's a seeing through that very glimpse, or the desire for glimpse, is also it. And there's no other it except only it. And what seems to appear is just this wildness, this intricate appearance of something that does not have a second. It's the unbecoming. It's the perpetual cycle of something that cannot be figured out, something that cannot be held. So these talks might come as a breeze, an easy walk in the park with the rain gently falling. Everything seems to appear as this infiniteness, perpetually new and fresh. Or it could be a battle against the storm of trying to figure out something that cannot be figured out. Or it could be just a longing to be outside, to sit in the rain. But no matter what is being said here, it does not really matter, because what seems to appear is not a weather. It doesn't change. It does not move. It cannot be known, for simply it is already. And yet, there is a longing to expect something that will happen, something that will occur, something that will be known, something that can be held, something that can be acknowledged. But acknowledging something that already is defeats the purpose of what already is. Figuring out something that cannot be figured out just simply goes back into that pain. Why can it not be me? Why does this not happen to me? When will it happen to me? In all sincerity, it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. Because the very you that's longing for the absence of you is already it. But you cannot call it me or no me. You cannot call it anything at all, because it's simply what it is. So again, in this wild, open directness, there is this peace, unwavering, despite all the chaos, despite all of the thoughts running through the apparent head, despite all of the confusion or the doubt. It's always there. It's infinitely there. And it's the unlearning of the two, and of not doing. So if everything is just appearing automatically, and then thought comes and basically claims that I am trying to improve myself, there's nothing wrong or right about that, but there's no I behind it. It's just really, really quite simple. But the simplicity sometimes becomes a curse, right? Because it tries to figure out the simplicity when there's really nothing to figure out. Like imagine this, everything is just automatically happening, and there's a claiming that I am doing some stuff. It appears that I need to, need things. It appears that I need to do this. It appears it's just all an appearance. And everything seems to collapse into this emptiness that cannot be figured out. All of these seeming sandcastles that are built upon collapses. Nothing really stays, but there's something that's always unmoving, something that cannot be comprehended, something that already is, something that does not need to be fixed or not fixed. It's simply what is. There's just going to be this peace that cannot be understood, seemingly when the appearance of shadow or problems or pain that appears, and there's no one grasping it. It's just simply something that comes and goes. It's an illusion.